Well, in the last video, I showed how I made a lid for my mint jar out of just a piece of birch. And I'll tell you, it's handy because you just take a bit of your mint and put it in a little bowl like that. And you know that I look for rocks all the time, and I love finding round rocks, but there's a reason for it. You can take and grind up that mint, and I mean, you get such a beautiful scent in your house. It only takes a minute. I got quite a few of them. This one's I've got a mixture of basil and herb. It just makes a nice smell. But the lathe is the way if you really want to make a beautiful lid for something, especially out of mason jars, because the mason jars, the seal comes off. And if you look at that, you can make around it, and it just works perfect, whether you're going to use it for any different things. Now this one I've also got, I think I've got sage in there, and it just gives a nice aroma. And I don't mind if they crack a little bit, it just gives them character. And I made this lid out of a piece of firewood, just ordinary pine, but you can see the grain. You can see how the lathe, you can get in there and chew it down really nice and sand it, and it's nice and smooth. And it gives a mason jar. You can make it a flower arrangement. I definitely won't make a florist, or you can fill it with sea glass. And of course, with the hole in there, I showed you in one of the videos how I dry my mint. And so you can take a few sprigs and embed them in the sea glass there and put them in. And I also grow my own sage. So you put a few sage sprigs in there, and you've got a nice decorative arrangement for a centerpiece or whatever. And it smells nice. So that's what I do. And so don't disregard the lathe for making lids. It's a really good tool. And man, oh man, does this mint ever smell nice. You can see the sea glass there. Oh, this mint, I wish you could smell it. It dried perfect in those paper bags, and man, does it smell nice. Now, some of you guys, I got the deer in the headlights look and commented on why I have a stabilizer. Now, I made this myself, but when you're gouging out a urn or anything like that, you can't stabilize or hold the thing, and it'll come out if you catch. So those stabilizers, I made them myself. You can recognize the wheels there from Rollerblades. Fully adjustable, and it just keeps whatever you're working on very safe. Now, I make a lot of my own rests. Now, you can buy rests, but I make a lot of my own. And just because they work better for what I'm using for. But I'll show you, this is my favorite because it works so good. And if anybody does a lot of lathing, you'll get catches. Well, this thing doesn't matter if you get a catch or not. It's stable. I can put any carbide bit I want on it, and it works really, really good if you're doing everything from a fine bowl to an urn or whatever. And it's got the patented antler handle, which seems to be my trademark. But it works really, really good. Another one that I really like is this one, and I'll just show you it here. It's my favorite. It's coming on the video right away, I think. Anyway, I'm really embellishing that one, but this is my favorite. And I just made it myself. It's got a real good running surface. It can go in to a different, whether you're doing a large project or a small project, it's got a large running surface. So no matter what catch you get, it just seems to be able to, with that heavy bar, it just makes a good running surface. So I want to show you that. And of course, I finish everything with coconut oil because it's food safe. Now, because a lot of these urns and that, we'll keep tea bags and coffee and who knows, nuts and that sort of thing in them. And because they're nice, they're pretty, and they really, really work good with the coconut oil because nothing dries out. And the lids, of course, nothing fancy. I just kind of turn them different so they fit. And sometimes I'll eccentric them so when you put them on, the actual lid will tighten. So there you have it. Hopefully that helps. And please donate to cancer. And of course, we will see you in the next video.